I'm Brooke Spade. Welcome to another episode of Mundane Mondays. Today we are taking averages from the Lower Merion area and the Philadelphia area. Let's begin. Education. 83.3% of people in the Philadelphia area have a high school degree or higher, which is very good. Education, however, in the Lower Merion area is a 97.8% average. That's even better. In Philadelphia schools, they house over 133,000 students, which is very high. And in the Lower Merion areas, that average is over 8,000 from K to 12. The student-to-teacher ratio in Philadelphia is 17:1, while in Lower Merion, it's 12:1. In Philadelphia, the PCSD averages are C-, while in Lower Merion, the LMSD school average is an A+. That's a very big difference. To help close the gap between the two schools would have higher income areas donate more to lower income areas. And let's move on to income now. The median household income of a house in Philadelphia averages over $40,000. And in Lower Merion, it's $127,000. Out of over 1 million people in the Philadelphia area, 655,000 of them are actually employed, plus other labor-inducing jobs. While in Lower Merion, out of 46,000, only 28,000 of them are employed as well, plus other labor-inducing jobs. Another thing that could help fix this is make common items cheaper, such as toiletries, because this can help bring bills down and have better income. Another thing in Lower Merion something to help fix this would have jobs for people having more community jobs in exchange for food. So people could do community work such as gardening or picking up plastic, and eventually getting food instead of money for that. Poverty rates. In Philadelphia, 25.8% of individuals are in the poverty level or below that. An estimated over 990,000 people are from ages 18 to 64 are on the poverty level or homeless. That's a lot of people. But in the Lower Merion area, an estimated 30,000 people from ages 18 to 64 are on the poverty level or homeless. A solution to help this would have better health care systems and more education for people in these areas. While another solution would be to shelter people for areas of housing or people who are needing to get out of cold areas in the winter. Let me switch over and then we shall keep going. Now, housing cost. The median housing cost of a house in Philadelphia is over $182,000, while in Lower Merion, that is $243,000. That is almost double the price. But people are willing to make those sacrifices for better education. There are a total of 679,000 and over housing units in the Philadelphia area. While in Lower Merion areas, that is only over 23,000. A solution to housing costs would be to make smaller houses, because that can help with better communities and also better, income rates, because people don't have obviously the best income in most Philadelphia areas, and to make a house smaller but for less is much better. And a solution in Philadelphia areas would be pre-installing solar panels to help for such things as electrical bills, which can eventually bring that average down. Now, let's move on to crime. In 2017 alone, 616 people in the Philadelphia area have been murdered. Now, that in Lower Merion is only 33 in 2017. As well, in 2017, there have been a confirmed amount of 6,000 robberies in Philadelphia, while in Lower Merion areas, that is only 714 robberies. A way to stop crime in these areas would be having larger police forces, which in turn could give more jobs at the same time while keeping more people safe. And another solution would have more security cameras pre-installed into houses so people, when they move in, don't have to think about whether or not they could get robbed that night. Relation to the outsiders of Philadelphia. Philadelphia areas are related to the greasers because they don't have the things that people like the socialists would have, because they have to make up sacrifices so they can still live in those areas. And in the Lower Merion areas, they are like the socialists because they get basically whatever they want without having to think of the sacrifices that can put on other people. I'm Dirk Spaeth, and this has been an episode of Monday Mondays. Have a nice night.